Good Shabbos, everyone. Help us with a tradition that we have here at Temple. When we join together as a community, it's always nice to know the community that we're a part of. And so if you haven't done so already, turn to the people in front of you, behind you, wish them a Shabbat Shalom, and if you don't know them, introduce yourself.
Shenatata bi tehorai ata barata ata yitzarta ata nefachta bi ata mishamra b'kirbi Elohai, Elohai, Neshama, Shanatata bi tehorai. Elohai, Elohai, Neshama. Shenatata bi tehorai.
When a young woman reaches the age of 13, she has the honor and privilege of reading from the Torah for the first time. But more than just reading from Torah, we ask that our students lead us in worship so that they know that they're part of a much greater tradition and people. So this morning, it's our honor to have Adyson Grace Gedrich lead us in our worship and read from Torah for the first time. Adyson is the daughter of Melissa and Paul Gedrich, the sister of Blake, Dylan, and Reese, the granddaughter of Rena and Ronald Myers, of Dolly and Mike Murley, and the late Hugh Gedrich. So it's my honor and privilege to call up Adyson to lead us now in our worship. They're very excited for it. Good cheering section.
We turn to page 63 to begin our service. We read responsively. It is good to give thanks to God, to sing praises to your name, to tell of your love in the morning, and to sing of your faithfulness at night. Playing with an instrument of 10 strings, sounding the lute and stroking the harp. Your works have made me rejoice, and your glories move me to sing. How great are your works, O God! How profound your design! The insensitive will never appreciate your creations, nor will the fool understand life's meaning. The wicked may flourish like grass, and the evil may multiply, but they are all doomed to failure.
But you, O Eternal, shall be exalted forever. All shall proclaim that Adonai is just.
Let every living being bless your name, and let every spirit glorify our God forever. Throughout all time, we will have no ruler but you, our God.
You guide the world with love and touch each of your creations with care and kindness.
You neither slumber nor sleep. You cause the speechless to utter words and the wrongly imprisoned to go free. You support the fallen, heal the sick, and raise up the lonely. To you alone do we give thanks. We turn to page 65 and rise for the call to worship. Baruch et Adonai Hambarach. Praise be our God, to whom all praise is due. Baruch Adonai Hambarach leolam va'ed. Praise be our God, to whom all praise is due, now and forever.
Baruch hu et Adonai Hamevorach. Baruch Adonai Hamevorach leolam va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Yotzer or uvorei choshech, oseh shalom uvorei et hakol. Hameir la'aretz v'ladarim alecha barachamim. Uvtuvo mechadesh bechol yom tamid ma'aseh v'reishit. Praise be the eternal our God, ruler of the world, who makes light to shine and darkness to descend upon us. God has taught us the meaning of peace and shapes all things that we touch. With compassion, God gives the earth light and renews the work of creation day by day. Ma rabu ma'asecha Adonai, kulam bechochma asita, mal'a ha'aretz kinyanecha, titbarach Adonai Eloheinu, al sheva ma'aseh yadecha, ve'al me'orei or she'asita yifa'arucha selah, or chadash al sion ta'ir, v'nizkeh chulanu me'hera la'oro, baruch atah Adonai Yotzer HaMe'orot. How great are your works, O God! In wisdom you make them all. The earth is filled with your creations. For the glow of the stars and the work of your hands, let all of your creations give you praise. Shine a new light upon Zion, that we may swiftly merit its radiance. Blessed be the eternal maker of the morning light. Great is your love for us and abiding your compassion. Our ancestors trusted in you, and you taught them how to value life. Be gracious now to us, and with kindness guide us with your understanding, so that we might both learn and teach the laws of truth. Baruch atah Adonai haboher ba'amo Yisrael be'ahava. Blessed is our God, who in love has chosen Israel to be a people. As we recite the watchword of our faith,
Shema Yisrael,
Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord is one.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
Please be seated. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavecha ubechol nafshecha ubechol me'odecha ve'hayu ha'devarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha ve'shinantam levanecha ve'dibarta bam ve'shivtecha bebetecha ublechtecha b'derech ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם להיות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. You shall love the eternal your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Set these words which I command you this day upon your heart. Teach them faithfully to your children. Speak of them in your home and on your way, when you lie down and when you rise up. Bind them as a sign upon your hand, and they shall be a symbol before your eyes. Write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Be mindful of all my mitzvot and do them. So shall you consecrate yourselves to your God. I, the Eternal, am your God, who led you out of Egypt to be your God. I, the Eternal, am your God. These enduring words have been a lamp unto our feet and a light unto our path.
Faith and choice bring understanding to the soul and sensitivity to the heart.
In all times and places, our God has been a part of our lives. Our faith has been our rock and our help. We watched God's wonders when we went free from Egypt. When slavery's chains were broken, we witnessed it. May those who have the faith to believe also have the wisdom to be kind. O
God, in whom we have all hope, we glorify your name now as our people have praised you throughout history. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osef ele, nora tehilot osef ele, שירה חדשה שבחור גיולים לשמך על שפת הים יחד כולם הודו וימליכו ויאמירו אדוני ימלוך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. צור ישראל קומה בעזרת ישראל ופדי חינומך יהודה וישראל. גואלנו אדוני צבאות שמו קדוש ישראל. ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
We turn to page 70 and rise for the Amidah. We pray silently, either following the word of our prayer book or those our hearts may prompt. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufia ki tehilatecha. Eternal God, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, Elohei Rachel, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, Ve'konei HaKol, Ve'zocher Chasdei Avot ve'imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei B'neihem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Bagin, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Be'ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechaye HaKol Atah Rav Lehoshia, Mashiv HaRuach, Umori HaGashem, Mechalkel Chaim Bechesed, Mechaye HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim Verofeh Cholim, Umatir Asurim, Umkayim Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michama Chaba'al Gevurot, Umido Melach, Melech Memit, Umchayim, Umatzmiach Yeshuach, V'ne'eman Atah L'chayot HaKol, Baruch Atah Adonai, Mechaye HaKol. Eternal is your power, O God. You are mighty to save. You cause the wind to shift and rain to fall. In love you sustain the living. In the multitude of your mercies you preserve all. You uphold the falling and heal the sick. Free the captives and keep faith with your children in death as in life. Who is like you? Who is your equal? Author of life and death, source of salvation. Blessed is the eternal God, the source of life. We sanctify your name on earth, even as your holiness is proclaimed in the heavens above and throughout time and space. In the words of the prophet Isaiah, we say, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The fullness of the whole earth is God's glory.
נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, כך כתוב על יד נביאך, וקרא זה אל זה ואמר, קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוך כל הארץ כבודו. אדיר אדירנו אדוני, אדונינו מה אדיר שמך בכל הארץ. ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו. אחד הוא אלוהינו, הוא אבינו, הוא מלכנו, הוא מושיענו והוא ישמיענו, ברחמיו לעיני כל חי. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהיך ציון לדור ודור. הללויה. לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
make known your greatness, and to all eternity proclaim your holiness. Your praise, O God, shall never depart from our lips. Blessed is Adonai, the holy God. Please be seated. Our God and God of our ancestors, accept our rest as a sacrifice of time and space. Let us share in your world by celebrating creation day by day. Purify our hearts so that we may be honest and upright, forgiving and compassionate. Blessed are you, O God of truth, who helps us to make the Sabbath a part of our life and our heritage of joy. Look with favor, O God, upon your people, Israel, and receive our prayers with love. May it be your will to accept our worship and our deeds. Blessed are you, who alone we serve in reverence. Eternal source of good, we thank you for the numberless gifts and blessings that fill our days, for life itself and its endless variety, for all that sustains body and mind, for love and friendship, for the delights of the senses, and for the excellence of your Torah, which deepens our life and enriches our days. Help us, O God, to work for a just and compassionate society where all may share your gifts in the joy of freedom. For all of this, your name shall be blessed and praised forever.
ישמחו ומלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת ישמחו ומלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת מקדשי שביעי שבת כולם ישמעו ויתן גם טובך שבת ישמחו ומלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת ישמחו ומלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת זכר למעשה וראשית שבת זכר למעשה וראשית שבת ישמחו ומלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת ישמחו ומלכותך שומרי 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 שבת וקורא עונג שבת.
Those who keep the Sabbath and call it a delight shall rejoice in your majesty. All who hallow the seventh day shall find happiness in your goodness. This day is Israel's festival of the Spirit, sanctified and blessed by you, the most precious of days, a symbol of the joy of creation.
שים שלום, טובה וברכה, חן וחסד ורחמים עלינו ועל כל ישראל. עמך, עמך, ברכנו, ברכנו אבינו, כולנו כאחד. ברכנו, ברכנו אבינו, באור פניך. שים שלום, טובה וברכה, חן וחסד ורחמים עלינו ועל כל Israel. Amecha, Amecha.
Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country, that it may always be a stronghold of peace and its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within its borders, health and happiness within its homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship among the inhabitants of all lands, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Blessed is the eternal God, the source of peace.
Ya-ba-bam-bam-bam. Ya-ba-bam-bam-bam. Ya-ba-bam-bam-bam-bam-bam. Yai-dai-di-di-dai. Yai-dai-di-di-dai.
This day is Shabbat, one day that we have during our busy lives and our hectic weeks to slow down, to take a moment to pause, and to look within. The ancient mystics used meditation as a way of connecting with God, and so we follow in their footsteps and take a moment to do the same. I invite you to close your prayer books and to put them away, because you won't need them. Take a moment to trust. Trust enough not just to release yourself from the written word, but to close your eyes and to look within. Focus on your breathing. Breathe in, slowly inhaling through your nose, and breathe out, exhaling through your mouth. Continue to focus on your breathing, something that we do thousands of times each day without noticing, without paying attention to it. Breathe in, breathing in God's gift to us. And breathe out, sharing your gift with the world. One of the prayers that we began with this morning were the words of Modeh Ani. Say those words to yourself. Modeh Ani. Modeh Ani. It means I'm thankful. And in that prayer, we're thanking God for giving us our breath, for giving us our life. The ancients believed that with that first breath in, that our soul also entered our body. And that with our last breath, at night or in life, our soul returns to God. As you continue to focus on your breathing, picture your soul entering and exiting your body. As you breathe in, think about all those wonderful qualities, the strengths that you've been blessed with. What is it that makes you unique? That makes you special? What is it that makes you you? As you breathe out, picture those qualities returning to God, to be strengthened, to be renewed. And as you breathe in, picture them re-entering your body, invigorated, refreshed, strengthened. Modeh ani. Modeh ani. I am thankful for that breath, for that soul that we've been given. When we give ourselves moments like this to look within, to pause, and to reflect, we make this day a little more special. We make it a little more kadosh. Ze hayom asa Adonai nagilah v'nismecha bo. This is the day that God has created. Let us be glad in it, and let us rejoice in it. Bim, bam, bim, 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 bam. Bim, 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 bam. Bim, bam, bim, 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 bam. Bim, 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 bam. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Bim, bam, bim, 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 bam, bim, 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 bam.
We continue our service with the reading of the Torah on page 79. As is our tradition, in honor of my bat mitzvah and in thanks for their love and their kindness, I call upon my mom and dad. It shall come to pass in the fullness of time that the mountain of the Eternal's house shall be established as the highest mountain and raised above the hills, and all nations shall flow to it. And many people shall come and say, Come, let us go up to the mountain of the Eternal, to the house of the God of Jacob. Then we may be taught the ways of our God and walk in the path of the Almighty.
Adyson, as your parents place your father's talit over your head, we say, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'chitatef bat tzitzit. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who howls with commandments and commands us to wear the garment of our responsibility.
Adyson, we're so proud of you for leading the service and for being determined to learn and chant your Torah. You're a beautiful person, and you have a beautiful voice. And as Cantor Penny mentioned at rehearsal, you have a gift, and you should always continue to share your gift with others. You've done great so far. We're so proud of you, and we know that you're going to finish amazing. We love you.
Our God and the God of our ancestors, as I stand before this ark, I represent the generations of my people who stood before you, who lived and died by your law. Give me the wisdom to understand the words that shall be read from your Torah. Endow me with the sensitivity that can make this law part of my life and the length of my days. May your word be a lamp unto our people's feet and a light unto our path, showing us the way to a reality that is true and a life that is righteous. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord is one. Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Our God is one, our God is great. Holy is God's name.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo. Lecha Adonai Hagidula V'Hagivura V'Tiferet V'Hanetzach V'Hod Ki chol b'shamayim u'va'aretz Ki chol b'shamayim u'va'aretz Lecha Adonai hamamlacha ve'amit na'aseh lechol lerosh Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah u'devar Adonai miYerushalayim Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah u'devar Adonai miYerushalayim Baruch shenatan Torah le'amo Yisrael Baruch shenatan Torah le'amo Yisrael v'kdoshato ki mitzion tetzeh Torah u'devar Adonai miYerushalayim Al shlosha devarim Al shlosha devarim Al shlosha devarim Ha'olam omed Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim Al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim
Please be seated. This morning's Torah portion comes to us from the book of Genesis. Adyson is going to be reading from a Torah portion called Noach, which can be found in your blue Torah commentaries for those who would like to follow along, somewhere around page 57. She'll be reading from the beginning, from chapter 7, verse 1, and then jumping to chapter 8 and verse 6. For the honor of the first Aliyah, we call upon Addison's grandparents, Rena and Ronald Myers, and Dolly and Mike Murley. Ya'amdu Rena bat Binyamin v'Shena Gittel v'Rachmiel ben Binyamin v'Bela v'Devora bat Pesa Bluma la Torah. Baruch Adonai Habarach Le'olam Va'ad.
Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Vayomer Adonai leNoach, bo'ata v'chol beitecha el hateva, ki yotecha ra'iti, sadik lefanai b'ador hazeh, mikol habehema hatehora, tikach lecha Shiva ish v'ishto umin havehema asher lo tehora hi shanayim ish v'ishto gam me'ov hashamayim Shiva zachar unkeva Lechayot zera al panei chol haaretz, ki layamim od shiva. Anochi mamtir al haaretz, arba'im yom ve'arba'im laila, umachiti et kol hayakum asher asiti me'ah b'nei ha'adama vayas Noach kechol asher tzivahu Adonai.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olanu b'chol tzedakenu. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
For the honor of the second Aliyah, we call upon Addison's aunts and uncles, Denise and Roy Glicklin, Lisa and Jeffrey Myers, Robin and Mark Schultz, Sarah and Matt Roth, Stacy and Lonnie Myers, Amiko Miles, and watching from online but joining with the other aunts and uncles in the blessing in Hawaii, Greg Myers. Ya Amdu, Chaya bat Devora Yisrael ben Moshe v'Sara v'Leah bat Tabela v'David v'Yakov ben Rachmiel v'Rina v'Rivka bat Rachmiel v'Rina v'Matal ben Yisakor v'Yishena v'Sara bat Rachmiel v'Rina v'Matiyahu ben Reuven v'Shoshana v'Yisrael ben Rachmiel v'Rina v'Zev ben Rachmiel v'Rina la Torah. Tried to do it in one breath, didn't make it. Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Vayahi miketz arba'im yom vayiftach Noach et chalon hateva asher asa vayishalach et ha'orev vayetzeh yatzov vashov ad yavoshet hamayim me'al ha'aretz vayishalach et hayonah me'ito lirot hakalu hamayim me'al panei ha'adama.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei olam natan b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. For the honor of the third Aliyah, we call upon Addison's parents and brother, Melissa and Paul Gedrich and Blake. Ya Amdu, Malka bat Rachmiel, Verina v'Pesach, Ben Svi Natan, v'Devora v'Bni Natan, Ben Pesach, v'Malka, La Torah. Adonai Hamarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Havarach Leolam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Velo matzea hayona manoach lechaf ragla vata shovelav el heteva kimayim apanecho haaretz vayishlach yado vayikacheha vayave ota elav el hateva vayachel od shivat yamim achirim vayosef shalach et hayona min hateva vatavo elav hayona le'et erev v'chine alei zayit taraf beficha vayeda noach ki kalu hamayim me'al haaretz.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam natan b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. In our last aliyah, we call upon our bat mitzvah, Ta'amod, Esti Gavriela, bat Pesach, V'malka la Torah.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamborach.
Baruch Adonai Havarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamborach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Vayiyachel od shivat yamim achirim vayishalach et hayona v'lo yasefa shuv elav od vayahi be'achat v'shish me'ot shana barishon be'echad lachodesh charevu hamayim me'al haaretz vayasar Noach et miksei hateva vayar v'hine charevu pnei ha'adama uvachodesh hasheni b'shiva v'esrim yom lachodesh yavesha haaretz. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam natan b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. My Torah portion is one that most of you all know. It is about how God wasn't happy with the world because the people in it were being evil, so he wanted to fix it. God told Noah to build an ark and bring 21 pairs of animals onto the ark with him and his family. Then God flooded the earth for 40 days and 40 nights. After God was done flooding the earth, Noah sent out a raven to see if the waters had dried up, but they hadn't. Later on, he sent out a dove to see if the waters had dried, but they still hadn't. He sent out the dove once again, and this time the dove came back with an olive branch, and Noah then knew that the earth was drying. He sent out the dove for the last time, and it didn't return. It was then he knew that the earth was almost dry. So Noah waited a long time until he checked one last time and saw that the earth was completely dry. He then knew that it was time for his family and all the animals to come out of the ark and start their new lives. My portion helps me understand that you should be nice to everyone and everything, even if there is no reward. Noah was being a good person in general, even though he didn't know if the he would benefit from this and what that even might be. Maybe he hoped that his actions would help the world and himself, but he did it because it was the right thing to do. In a small but important way, it is similar to how I act in my life. I want people to be nice to me, so I treat everyone the way that I want to be treated. I reach out to people and try to be helpful because it is the right thing to do, and it even makes us all feel good. For example, in science class, there is a boy who has some special needs who says hi to me every day. Instead of asking him to be my partner for a science lab, I decided that I would ask him to be my partner because I knew that would make him happy. I knew it was a good thing to do. It turns out that there's a lot more to someone on the inside than what you see on the outside. Becoming a bar mitzvah means that you are becoming a Jewish adult and you get to read from the Torah for the first time. You also get to lead a Shabbat service. You begin to understand Judaism on a new level and you have bigger responsibilities. I'm standing here today with only one rabbi, so you know that both rabbis must think I'm ready to take on more responsibility. But the responsibility I now have isn't just to myself or to my family. Being a Jew on this level means I need to do more for our community. For my mitzvah project, I wanted to help kids with challenges have fun. I knew that it wouldn't be an easy job because being different is hard, but I tried my hardest to make them have the most fun they could have. I volunteered through Easter Seals at Miracle League, which is for kids who want to play baseball, but because of their disabilities, they can't play the way traditional baseball is played. What we basically did was help them hit the ball, run the bases, and play in the outfield. You should have seen the look on one of the girls' faces when she was running the bases. It made me feel so happy and proud that I was helping put that smile on her face. The time being a buddy also gives the kids' parents a break and a time to sit back and just be spectators. To look out into the stands and see that the parents also had huge smiles on their faces made it even more special and made me feel even better inside. I also volunteered with the Easter Seals Beautiful Me fashion show that featured adaptable clothing for kids with disabilities. Here, I helped my buddy make her way down the runway. She was so appreciative, and I was so happy that I could make her feel good. Lastly, I volunteered with the homeless in the past, and it makes me feel good knowing that I helped. It also makes me appreciative how fortunate I am, seeing what others don't have, and knowing that there's always more for us to do to help. I wanted to do something to make a difference at my bat mitzvah, so I'm collecting travel-sized toiletries to donate to different shelters. If you have already brought them in today, thank you. If you still would like to, we will have the container at the party tonight. Throughout all of this, I have learned that it only takes a little extra to make a difference in someone's life, and that every little extra bit helps. I now call upon my brothers Blake and Dylan and my sister Reese to be the Hagbah and the Galila who will hold and dress the Torah on this very special day of my life.
Please rise.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nvi'im tovim v'ratza v'divrehem hane'emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai Habocher b'Torah u'Moshe avdo u'Yisrael amo u'v'nvi'ei ha'emet v'sedek. My haftarah comes from the prophet Isaiah, chapter 54. Ki harim yamushu v'hagevaot temutenam v'chasti meitech lo yamush Shelomi lo tamut amar merachamech Adonai Aniya soara lo nuchama Hine anochi marbit bapuch avanayich Vesatich basapirim Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech Haolam Sur Kol Ha'olamim Sadik Bechol Hadorot Ha'el HaNe'eman Ha'omer V'oseh Hamdaber Umkayem Shekol Devarav Emet V'Tzedek Al HaTorah Ve'al ha'avodah, ve'al hanvi'im, ve'al yom ha'shabbat hazeh, shenatata lanu, Adonai Eloheinu, likdusha ve'limnucha, lechavod u'tifaret. Al hakol, Adonai Eloheinu, anachnu modim lach, umvarchim Otach Yitbarach Shimcha Befi Kol Chai Tamid Leolam Vaed Baruch Atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat.
As Adyson shared, her Torah portion is one that most of us learned as we were growing up. The story of a righteous man who was chosen by God to save our world. It's the story that's become the plot of many children's stories. There's songs that we teach to our students in religious school about it. I even remember when I was young that I had a set of bed sheets printed with depictions from this week's Torah portion. It's a great portion, filled with lots of lessons, just as Adyson shared with us. But what caught my attention this year was from the very beginning of the portion, from the beginning verse. In it, we're told that Noah was chosen because he was righteous for his generation and because he walked in God's ways. But what does that really mean? Since we're supposed to learn from these stories, if we wanted to be like Noah, what was it that we needed to do to be like him? And as I thought about that, I was reminded of a story. A story about a man named William Peterson, who grew up in a small rural town. Like most of the people in his town, for their fresh produce, he would stop at Miller's roadside market. Growing up at that time in his community, money was scarce, and people used to barter for the things that they needed. One day, Mr. Miller was bagging some potatoes for William, and he noticed a small boy, ragged but clean, eyeing a basket of freshly picked peas. After William paid for his potatoes, he overheard the conversation between Mr. Miller and the young boy. After Miller asked him how he and his sick mother were doing, he asked if there was anything else that he could get for him. The boy, who had been admiring the peas for a while, thanked him but told him that he had nothing to pay him with, and therefore he didn't need anything. Well, said Mr. Miller, what would you trade me for some of these peas? The boy pulled out a marble from his pocket and said it was all that he had. Is that right? Said Miller. Let me see it. The boy handed it over and Mr. Miller examined it. It's a nice one you've got here, but it's blue, and I sort of go for red. Do you have any red ones at home? When the boy said that he did, Miller told him to take the peas home with him, and on the next trip in to bring in the red marble. At the same time, Miss Miller, who had been standing nearby to William, came over and told him, there's 2 other boys in town just like him. All 3 have it pretty bad. Jim loves to bargain with them for peas, carrots, tomatoes, apples, whatever it is that they're looking at. And when they come back with their red marble, and they always do, he decides that he doesn't really like red after all. and he sends them home with a bag of produce to look for green marbles, or perhaps an orange one. William left the stand impressed with the man, and a short time later moved out of state, but never forgot the man and the boys and the bartering. A number of years went by, and William came back home to visit. And when he arrived, he learned that Jim Miller had died, and that the viewing would be that night. Knowing that his friends wanted to go, he agreed to go with them. And as he arrived at the funeral home, he got in line to meet the relatives and to offer words of comfort. In front of him were 3 young men, one in an army uniform and the other 2 in suits. They each approached Miss Miller, kissed her on the cheek, spoke briefly to her, and moved on to the casket. Miss Miller's eyes followed them. One by one, each man stopped briefly at the casket and then left, awkwardly wiping their eyes. As William's turn came to meet Miss Miller, he told her who he was, and he mentioned the story about the marbles. With her eyes glistening, she took William by the hand and led him to the casket. "It's an amazing coincidence," she said. "Those 3 boys were the boys who just left, that I told you about. They just told me how much they appreciated the things that Jim traded to them. Now at last, when Jim can't change his mind about the color or the size of the marble, they came to pay their debt. We've never had a great deal of wealth in this world, but right now, Jim would consider himself the richest man in this world." With a loving gentleness, she lifted the lifeless fingers of her husband, and there, underneath his hand, were 3 shiny red marbles. Jim's actions won't ever be forgotten by those 3 boys whose lives he made better. He made a difference in our world. And his actions teach us how we too can be like Noah, how we walk in God's ways, and how we can use our power to leave our mark on this world. We do it by caring, by taking the time to get to know the people around us, by being with them, by sharing with them, and when needed, by helping them. Every one of us has that potential. Every one of us has the potential to be righteous in our generation and to walk in God's ways. We have the ability to make someone's world better and to leave our mark. And Adyson, you remind us of that potential every day. By reading from this Torah portion of Noach and by doing your community service with Miracle League, or by connecting with your community around you, you remind us that every one of us has the power to do that, has the power to make a difference in our world. May you always be that reminder for all of us, and may we strive to show our goodness, just like you do, to others. Amen. Amen. We continue with our prayers of Mishaberach L'cholim. As we walk around with Torah, we think of those members of our community, friends and family who are sick, who are in need of healing. And we rise together as we reach out to Torah, hoping that just as Torah has given our people strength for thousands of years, that its words continue to be on our lips and give us and our loved ones that strength as well.
Mishberach Avotenu, Abraham, Yitzchak, v'Yaakov, v'imotenu Sarah, Rivka, Leah, v'Rachel, who yivarechet hacholim, merciful God, who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebekah, Leah, and Rachel. Send your blessings to our loved ones who are stricken with illness or anxiety, especially these friends and family of our congregation: Alyssa Ayuto, Mohammed Akund, Susan Averbach, Batya Batbesha Penina, Carol Binder, Pat Burkole, Eugene Blakeman, Chris Burke, Joel Bussell, Pat Carey, Karen Kasman, Barry Chernak, Bill Cooperstock, Gary Fishman, Miriam Farber, Howard Goldberg, Shirley Halprin, Hank Heiser, Vera Hopkins Gordon, Christy Jessup, Fran Claren, Yvonne Krasny, Henry Leopold, Zoe Marcus, Greg Myers, Tony Michael, Larry Miller, Sharon Mindlin, Sherry Mindlin, Deborah Mursky, Scott Miles, Harold Newman, Stephen Newman, Judy Nussbaum, Rabbi Robert Nosenchuk, Eric Perez, Annette Pines, Miriam Leah Bat Danel Esther, Jason Daniel Poland, Peter Remington, Ryan Romanchuk, Alan Rosen, Sylvia Rosen, the St. Amand family, Erna Shaon, Sonia Sklar, Dan Sonnenberg, Evelyn Saraka, Harriet Wadelet, Lisa Mendelson Weiner, Jamie Wittenberg, Loretta Ziegelman, and the 20,095 American troops who have been injured in Iraq and Afghanistan to date, and all the names in our hearts. God, we turn to you in times of difficulty and challenge, for you are the healer of the sick, and hear our prayer. Bless the skills of all who are seeking to restore health, and bless their efforts. Give us patience, understanding, and hope. May it be your will to grant a refuah shlema, a complete healing, as together we say, Amen. Mi sheberach avotenu mekor habracha leimotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
We turn to page 89 to return the Torah to the Ark. Havu godel Eloheinu, utnu chavod la Torah. Let us declare the greatness of our God and give honor to the Torah. Yehalelu et Shem Adonai, ki niskav shemo levado. Let us praise God's name, for it is exalted above all.
Hodo al eretz v'shamayim vayarem keren le'amo tehila lechol chasidav libnei Yisrael am kerovo. Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Torat Adonai Temima, Mishivat Nafesh, Edut Adonai Ne'emana Mach Kimat Peti. The law of our God is perfect, restoring the soul. The testimony of the Eternal is sure, making wise the simple. Pikudei Adonai Yesharim, Mesamche Lev, Mitzvat Adonai Barah, Meirat Einayim. The precepts of our God are right, rejoicing the heart. The commandment of the Eternal is clear, enlightening the eyes. Yirat Adonai Tehorah Omedet La'ad. Mishpatei Adonai Emet Sadku Yachdav. The presence of our God is pure, enduring forever. The judgments of the Eternal are true and righteous altogether. Ki lekach tov natati lachem, Torati al ta'azovu. Behold, I've given you a good doctrine, my Torah. Do not forsake it.
Up to the ark. It's Chaimi Lamachzikima V'tom Mechea Meushar Derachea Darchei Noam V'chol Netivotea Shalom.
Adyson, it is our pleasure to invite up two of our members of our board of directors, Dr. Shapiro and Mr. Aronoff, to present you with some gifts. And I don't know if they're here because they didn't trust me to be alone as a rabbi up here and wanted to make sure that I wasn't the only rabbi being up here and I did everything correct, or I like to think, and I know, it's because of the love that they have for you, that we had two dueling board members that wanted to be with you to present these gifts and be with you on this special day.
Mazel tov, Adyson. We're very proud of you. You know you mean a lot, not just to Temple, but to our family personally. So I'll start. We have 2 books for you on behalf of the Board of Directors. These are your books for Yom Kippur and Rosh Hashanah, and I believe Adyson is the first to receive these versions. So Mazel tov, we're very proud of you.
So just so that everyone knows, normally we just have one board member up here. So Addyson's so special that we have both, board members here. And Adyson, you've been one of Maddie's best friends since you were toddlers together at the JCC many years at the early childhood development. And we've had the pleasure and privilege of being able to see you grow up to become such a beautiful, incredibly smart and talented young lady. So it's our privilege to be up here together and for me to join Jeff up here to present you with these gifts. And so in addition to those that he's already given you, from Lev Belev, our women's group, your first year's membership dues for Sisti, Shir Shalom's high school youth group, and as well from the Brotherhood, a tree has been planted in Israel in the Temple Shir Shalom forest. So Mazel Tov, Adyson.
Adyson, there's a lot of really cool things, not just yet. A lot of really cool things about your bat mitzvah. The first to get our new high holiday prayer book, which we haven't even announced yet. The first, actually, as well, to have such a wide span of people watching on live stream, all the way from Hawaii to Tanzania. I think that's about 12 hours of span of people watching, and all the people who are here, who just care so much about you and love you so much. And it's because what Mr. Aronoff and Dr. Shapiro said, because you are such an incredible young woman, and you just exude such goodness around you that people want to be with you and celebrate with you. That really for us, bat mitzvah is more than just reading Torah and leading the service, which you did perfectly. It is about celebrating who you are as a young woman. And within you, we see such goodness, such incredible things that you share with the world around you. That you talked in your speech about the people who are around you and the way that it brings you joy to help others. And we hope that you always see that, you always have that joy in making our world a better place. But we see that in the relationships that you have with your friends, with your community around you. That as we watch your siblings interact with you, that they adore you. That your parents were glowing from ear to ear with grins. Okay, Reese looks up to you. Blake sometimes looks up to you as well, even from way up there. Dylan always does too. But that it's the way that you... It's the way that you embrace the people that are in your life. That you have a way of connecting with others and touching them in such positive ways. And when we watch you and we see the work that you put into things, that you work diligently on everything, you put yourself, your whole self, into things to make sure that things are perfect. And you want to make sure that they're just right. And Adyson, today was. It was perfect. And you did an awesome job. And so we ask God to celebrate and bless you as we ask God to share those words. We share those words, asking God's blessing upon you now. May God bless you and may God protect you. May God shine upon you and may God shine through you. Adyson Grace, may God lift you up, giving you the strength to always be you, to be proud of who you are, and most of all, may you be blessed with strength and peace. Peace in your heart, peace in your mind, and may you help bring a little more peace into our world. As together we all say, Amen. Elecha v'nashu continue with our concluding prayers as we rise together on page 91 of our prayer books with the Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
O God, who heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds, give comfort to those who mourn. Give them courage and strength, compassion and kindness, and restore to them a sense of life's goodness. Give them the ability to accept the mystery of life, and let them soon know peace. Help them endure that which no one can understand, and let us say, Amen. In this Shabbat, we think of those friends and family who have been taken from us in these most recent days, whose Shiva and Shloshim we mark. Marshall Oser, Kenneth Kurjan, Sonia Liederman, Leslie Katinsky, Leonard Brose, Emily Rogo, Leonard Posner, and the 2,420 Americans in our armed forces lost in Afghanistan, Iraq, and the surrounding areas to date. And to their names we add those whose yard sites we mark, those whose anniversary of passing we lovingly commemorate. Beverly Appel, Ronald Barnett, Pauline Berkowitz, Cantor Henry Blank, Marilyn Baller, Andrea Dobrinsky, Meyer Eisenberg, George Fisher, Joseph Foster, Arthur Goldberg, Cantor David Gutman, Patricia Jacobs, Hyman Kay, Rose Konnikov, Fred Linden, Edith Linden, Francis Naines, Shirley Ruth Steinberg, Shelley Sturman, Alexander Sertis, Harvey Theodore Wexler, Ronald Urofsky, along with all the names in our hearts and those who have no one to say Kaddish for them. Do we join together in the immortal words of the mourner's Kaddish as found on page 96 of our prayer books. Yitgadal, Yitkadash, Shemei Rabbah, Be'alma divrach hirtei v'amlich malchutei, b'chai echon u'vyom echon u'v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam omei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmeid kudusha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbachata v'nechamata. Da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav. Huya say shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn. Comfort to all the bereaved among us here and everywhere. As together we say, Amen.
Oseh shalom b'mramav. Huya say shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. ישראל, ואמרו אמרו אמן, יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל.
Conclude our service, we take a moment for something that we call tish. Tish is a Yiddish word which means table, and the rabbis of old would sit around the table and answer their students' questions about the week's Torah portion, Jewish law, whatever was on your mind. And so we continue that tradition, the idea being that we want to make sure that you've learned something. You can ask any question that you want. If I don't know the answer, I turn to Adyson to see what she comes up with and can tell us, because now she's a bat mitzvah. Yes, Norman. So the question is, if there were two doves that were sent off, one didn't come back when Noah was testing to see if there was dry land yet. The first one didn't come, or the second one came back. The first one came back. The second one didn't come back. How do we still have doves today? Tradition is that it actually wasn't just pairs of animals that went on. If there were kosher animals, there were 7 pairs of those animals. And so we know that dinosaurs were the only things, along with unicorns, that didn't make it on, which is why they don't exist. But doves, there must have been more than one pair, or they did find each other a little bit later on and find their mate. So, yes. Yes, Morton. So there's a tradition on Friday night that when we say the blessings at our Shabbat dinner table that the challah is covered. And the reason is because we believe the challah has feelings and that we don't want it to get jealous. So the idea is that's true. Like, I don't believe that it has feelings, but that's the rabbi's explanation, is we don't want the challah to get jealous because the juice or the wine goes first, the candles go first, and then the juice or the wine. And so the challah, so that it doesn't see that the other 2 blessings are being recited first, is covered up as we go through. Why? What's the practical reason? Probably a long time ago there were flies or there was something else around, and we didn't want it to get all over the food. And so we left it covered until it was time to eat. But the traditional response, the rabbi said, was so that the challah wouldn't get jealous. We knew that they'd flock to that. They were already there in the process of making the wine. The bees and the bugs were there. So you should see what we do. We do a great family program with our first graders where they learn about Shabbat. And one of the things that they do is they help make the wine or the juice. And so we have them take their shoes and socks off and start stomping it. And I asked them, how many of your parents have fungus on their feet? Because it actually makes it even better because it helps the fermenting process. So that's why we don't worry about the wine. Carl, yes.
Why did Joe, until he was 500 years old, have the first child?
They probably counted differently back then. So he was a little bit older. He lived a long life. We all should be so lucky. Maybe not. But why did he wait so long? What was his age? They counted differently back then. And so we don't really know what his age would have been today as we do things. And Tish, yeah. So, excellent. Dylan's our last question. Remember, you still have your bar mitzvah, which we can take back. November 6th, 2021. Why do I think that Dylan looks up to his sister Adyson? For a number of things. One, you're still shorter than her. Well, were you looking up? Perfect. Enough said. I won't give the rest of it. We'll talk more later on. With that, we rise together as we invite Adyson up for our Kiddush. And a special thank you as well to our ushers, to Carl Fisher, and to our junior usher, to Peter Wilner back there too, who welcomed everybody and greeted them. And we join together with Cantor and Adyson, thanking God for the sweetness of this Sabbath day and of her bat mitzvah.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Amen. L'chaim.
Adonai oz le'amo yitain. May God bless you with strength. Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. May God bless all of us here and everywhere with peace. Good Shabbos.